In this video, we're going to take a look at some basic editing functions that you can do with QuickTime. Here, I have 2 copies of the video that I took earlier. I'm going to open up my video and let's see what it looks like. Alright, so these are some of the plants that I have on my patio. As you can see, I'm having a pretty big problem with squirrels. These things are from a few years ago, but I also tried to plant some other stuff that, like you can see here, nothing came out because everything got dug up. Like look at that. That's horrible, right? So what I did was I put some black pepper in my pots because I saw that online. Hopefully that does something, but these squirrels are vicious. All right, and those are my flowers. Oh, and I got this thing too right here. And I got that thing. And I got that. And I got that. So that's the clip that I took earlier. Now, thinking about this clip, let's say I don't want some parts of it. So I'm going to use the trim function. That's one of the 2 features that I'm going to show in this video. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to Edit, and I'm going to go to Trim. Let me make this full screen so it's easier to see. As you can see down here, this is my actual clip. It's very compact because if it was a shorter clip, then you'd see more of the frames, but this is my clip. So I'm in trim mode right now. So let's say the beginning, as you can see my dog right here, I want to get just to my first plant. So I'm going to move it, and I'm going to trim it to right there. This isn't a very good trim, but let's say you just want to trim it somewhere. And let's say at the end, oh, actually I don't want to show this plant, so I'm going to trim it all the way down to before I get to that plant. So I'm going to stop right there. And I'm going to click on Trim. So now let me play the video from the beginning. As you can see, I'm having a pretty big problem with squirrels. So I'm not going to play the whole thing, but you notice my dog's no longer in the video. Now let me go to the end. Oh, and I got this thing too right here. It's funny that I said my dog's no longer in the video, but what I meant is that my dog's no longer at the beginning of the video. And then at the end, it doesn't show my last 2 plants. So now this is successfully trimmed. When I'm happy with what I have, I'm going to go to here, File, and I'm going to either click Save or Export As. So let me do just a regular save. And I'm going to give it a name. And let me exit out of this. And my file is right here. So now this file right here is my new video completely trimmed. Now, another feature that QuickTime has that is very useful if you're going to make a bigger video or a video with multiple parts. So let's say I want to add something to the end of this. I get to this flower, and then actually, you know what I want to do? I want to show my dog right after this. So I'm going to go to Edit. I'm going to go to Add Clip to End. Again, it shows my clip. I'm going to select the clip that I want right here, and I'm going to choose Media. So what it did here was it basically just, let me go to Done, and let's see what it looks like. So I'm going to go to the end of my last video, which is around here. Oh, and I got this thing too right here. And then it inserts my other clip. Now, of course, it's the same clip, so it's going to keep going. So now let me trim it again. Let me see. It's not letting me go to trim. Let's see. Edit. Oh, it won't let me trim until I actually export it. So let me go to Export As, 1080p, and I'm going to save this one to my desktop. And now it's exporting it. It's going to take just a little bit of time because it's basically processing both videos and making it one video. Okay, let me close the one that I had open. And let me open up my 2 clips in one. So you see the time here is much more because basically this is that video. Hopefully that does something, but these squirrels are vicious. All right, and those are my flowers. Oh, and I got this thing too right here. Okay, so now let's say I actually only want that clip with my dog. After or before I combine them, I can trim it, but let me do it now. And I'm going to go back and let me see where it is. There. I'm going to trim. And now let's see what happens. Hopefully that does something, but these squirrels are vicious. All right, and those are my flowers. Oh, and I got this thing too right here. And I showed my dog at the end. So of course this is not a professional video right here. It's just to show you the process of how to actually edit it. There are a few more things QuickTime can do. So let's look up here. I'm just going to kind of talk about them, but I'm not going to do much about it. So you can actually remove all the video and have just the audio, or you can remove the audio and have just the video. So if you think about that, you can edit quite a bit just using the trim function. You can create multiple files and then add them together any way you want. When you're done, make sure you save. Now, I have a file that can be uploaded to YouTube.